Oh my god. All right. There's like cats. So if you hear like something that sounds like a little man furiously running, or like a small horse
It's a cat. I'm going to be on
galloping.
cat lookout. I'm going to be on cat lookout.
I don't think you'll see him, but he just gallops around the apartment, and at some point he's gonna go into the litter box, and you're just gonna hear like, and it's gonna be awful.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
No,
Uh,
Monzy, the audio quality.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, there he goes. Okay. Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of You Haven't Seen What?
What?
Hosted
I forgot what
by
our name of our podcast is.
What?
Continue. You're doing a great job. I love you. You're beautiful.
Oh my god,
Amazing.
thank you. Anyways, You Haven't Seen What is hosted by me, Corinne, and my good Judy, Monze.
Wait, what's a Judy? What is that?
It's like my friend.
How does
It's
that mean?
like gay slang for like my good friend who's also gay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, actually,
Everyone.
no, I'm wrong. No, yes, I am right
Oh.
because a friend of Judy, because a lot of them really like
Oh, Judy Garland. I
Judy
got it.
Garland, and it was also I think originally they said, "Are you like a friend of Dorothy?" As in like Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
So that was kind of like
Yeah,
the
I get that.
gay slang a long time ago because it wasn't safe to come out. And to the point where the like U.S. Armed Forces were like actively searching for who Dorothy was because they thought she was a
Who
real
is this
person.
woman? Who is Dorothy?
Yeah, but Judy Garland
I've ruined the
also.
intro.
I know.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, everybody. You're listening to You Haven't Seen What? With Monze and Corinne.
Yes, there we
Bam,
go.
nailed it.
Bam, we have it.
Nailed it.
Okay, cool.
The intro we deserve.
So this episode is a movie I haven't seen, but Monze
I'm
has seen.
so excited. I rewatched this movie the other night when I should have been sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Still so good. All right, so we're doing Purple Rain, starring my main man Prince. I love Prince. I love him. R.I.P. Okay, so Corinne, you've never seen this movie. What do you know? What do you know about Purple Rain?
I don't know anything about Purple Rain. Although I know nothing. I thought maybe I had read the synopsis once, but I may be getting it confused with a David Bowie movie. So I have no idea what this
Labyrinth?
movie is about. No. He's done a couple other weird movies.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is when I hear Purple Rain, I think of that YouTube video Chocolate Rain.
What? What are you talking about?
There's like a really old YouTube video. It was like one of the first viral ones of this kid singing Chocolate Rain. It's like Chocolate Rain.
Okay, all right.
That's all I know. And that's not even about the movie.
Yeah, it's not. Have you listened to Prince like at all? Right? Like
I know a couple of his songs. Like I know When Doves Cry, and I know
classic.
Little Red Corvette.
That's Purple Rain.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
I've heard.
1999.
Yeah, I haven't heard Purple Rain. And a lot of the Prince songs that I have heard, I didn't know it was him.
How do you not know it's him?
I didn't have that kind of education, Monze.
I guess. Apparently not. You were stupid. You're a dumb child. Oh my god. I forgot there was a time that you were very, very straight. Okay, so all right, so I'm going to start with saying the plot of Purple Rain is very unimportant to this movie.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty decent plot. Acting's okay and all that stuff. But like when you watch Purple Rain, you're watching Purple Rain because you want to see Prince. You want to see Prince do his music. And like that's it.
Okay.
Okay. It was surprisingly really good, and surprisingly, I realized when I was watching it, it's on Netflix. I highly recommend everyone go watch it on Netflix. That it was rated R, and that I had only ever seen like the VH1 TV edit of it. So there were some scenes where I was like, I don't remember ever seeing this before. Wow, I don't remember ever seeing this before. But it also helped me like understand what was going on because I was like, oh, is that what was happening? Oh, was that what was happening? But yes. Okay. So I'm really excited about Purple Rain. God, he's so beautiful. He's at the height of his career. Like, oh my God. Anyway. A fun little fact.
I love
my parents went to go see Purple Rain when they were dating.
Aww.
Yeah, and my parents said that they were the only non-black people in the theater. So it was like a bunch of black people and then like the 2 Mexicans in the room that went to go see it in theater, which I think is hilarious. But I've been listening to a podcast called 1999. It's a 4-part series about the era. Oh shit! Sorry,
no, your purple marker.
My purple rain. Like, and they're saying anyway. That's a really good podcast. I highly recommend it.
Lots of recs from Monze today.
So many recs today. Like, oh my God, I've been doing so much lately. But they were saying how like music at the time was like really segregated, and so this is so like Prince and his like band had performed like an opening act for like the Rolling Stones pre the 1999 album, and they were like everybody hated them, and it was just like this huge thing. And so like Prince was really big on like, I'm gonna get all those dumb white people to like my music. And so when 1999 came out, that was a big hit. And then it goes right into the Purple Rain album and the Purple Rain movie, 1984. So, you ready to watch a trailer?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. Some piece of music history here. All right.
Click, click, click.
Let's find the trailer. Purple Rain trailer. Ooh, 1984 official trailer. Okay. Oh my God, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, this outfit. I want it.
Oh my God, girl. All his outfits.
See, like I've heard that song. Like I'm pretty sure I've heard so many of Prince's songs. I just haven't like gone, oh, this is Prince. I haven't like sat down and intentionally like listened to Prince's music.
Wow.
Yeah. So is this movie like, is it about like Prince, or is he like basically playing himself but like in a fiction story while also having his music?
Yes.
Okay.
The second one. He doesn't have a name in the movie. He's just the kid or whatever. And it's like, everyone says it's loosely based on his like real life. I don't know how true or not true it is. So yeah, I guess we can get into this. The fun fact is that everyone is basically playing themselves in this movie.
Yeah.
So like Apollonia, that's like her real name, and she was the head of Apollonia 6, which is the real group, which is his like his protege group, and then the Time, which is like Morris Day and all those guys, that was also his like protege group, and they're all playing themselves in this movie. Like, it's except for his parents, everyone is basically playing themselves.
Okay.
Or a version of themselves in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So,
are you ready for some plot?
Yeah, I have a question though. So
yes. Of course.
Is this movie like, you know how lately there's all those like documentaries about like the band, like music documentaries, like they'll be like Beyonce behind the scenes, or like Katy Perry behind the scenes, you know, or like Lady Gaga 2 foot whatever. Like they have all those
choosing
like
all the people I really love
about the artist, and it's like a movie. And it's like the behind the scenes of their life, and then it ends with their concert. Like there's a Justin Bieber movie and like a One Direction movie. Like, was this, because obviously this is not quite a documentary because it's still fiction, but it's supposed to be based on real life. Was this kind of like the precursor to that stuff, or did they have like music documentary movies before this one? Or like, I'm curious, like how different was this movie? Like, did this inspire that genre, or was this like
Why you asking some weird deep ass questions?
I'm curious.
I mean, it's not like shot like documentary style. It's literally just a fictional movie.
Okay.
But it's about like this kid who is trying to make it in music in Minneapolis.
Okay.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a fun.
So I'm gonna give you
not documentary.
Yeah, it's a fun not documentary. Okay. I'm gonna give you like it's basically the main plot of the movie is that the kid Prince comes from like an abusive family, and he's like dealing with that shit at home, and then he like falls in love with Apollonia, that girl, except she like wants him to basically help her become a star, but nobody is really digging his music, and she like goes off with like some other guy so he can help her, and then there's all this stuff that goes down, and then everybody at the end is happy because they all figure it out. Like that is basically the trajectory of this movie. And in between you have Prince looking fine in some amazing outfits with his hair and everything, and there's some like weird sex scenes and you're just like, I don't want to see this. Or is that just me?
Speak for yourself, Monze.
And like there's some like violence and stuff, but it's a pretty decent movie. I was actually surprised like how sort of entwined it all was. Okay, so like so the movie opens at like this big nightclub that I guess where a lot of Minneapolis bands make it big or whatever. And so there's like two rival groups, which is The Time, which is led by Morris Day. And then there's The Revolution, which is Prince and his group.
Okay.
And so like Prince does his music and Morris Day does his music or whatever, and Apollonia comes into the bar like, I can sing and I can dance, I want a job. That's what she sounds like. And then like, okay, whatever. And then Morris Day's like, that girl's fine. And Prince doesn't say anything, but he's thinking the exact same thing. And then like the kid comes home and his dad is beating on his mom, and he's like, Dad, get off of Mom or whatever. And he like shoves him too, and he like gets all beat up. And like the thing about his dad is his dad used to be a musician and stuff, and so was the mom. But then I guess the dad started like, he messed up his career basically, and so he never got out of Minneapolis, which is what like everybody in the town wants, right? To get out of Minneapolis. And there's like an issue that the kid is having with his band because two of his bandmates are like, I have this song, why don't you want to ever play the song or whatever? And he's like,
because it sucks.
And it's like, because it sucks. Basically, it's like, it's whatever he wants. And so like the two girls are like really mad. So that's like another sort of B plot that's going on. And then weirdly, I don't even know, like the kid meets up with the girl Apollonia somewhere, and then he's all like, what's that bracelet on your boot? And she's like, it's nothing. He's like, the guy give it to you or something? And she's like, what? And he ends up like stealing it, and then he's like, come on, get it back or whatever. And so they ride off on like his motorcycle, and they end up at like this like creek or whatever, like a lake. And she's like, oh, I want to be part of like your group, not part of your group, but like help me out or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, the only way I'll help you out is to be if you're initiated and if you jump into like Lake Minnetonka or whatever. I don't know what the lake is. So she's like, okay. So she like takes off her clothes and you see boobies and you're like, oh my God, I remember this in the VH1 edit. And she jumps into like the lake and he's like, oh wait, stop. So like that's not the lake you're supposed to jump into or whatever. And she's all mad, but then they get back on the bike and it's like, ha 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 ha, you're so hot, Mr. Weird Guy whose name doesn't have a name. But the guy, exactly. It's like, and all of a sudden they're like, all right, I guess we're going to go out now. And that Morris Day guy is all like, hey, that lady was fine. And he wants basically to kick the kid out of the club because nobody likes him or whatever, but he also really doesn't like him and he sees him as like his super rival. So he's like, I'll create a girl group or something so I can get that guy out and I can just own all the music acts that work at this bar or whatever. So he's trying to recruit Apollonia to be part of that girl group, basically. And he's like, I'll help you, I'll help you become a star and you get out of here. And she's like, the kid's helping me. He's like, the kid can't help nobody. He can't even help himself. And she's like, and so then she ends up sort of agreeing, and the kid gets like really upset about it. And he like slaps her or whatever.
Oh my God.
Oh, because it comes from an abusive family. And I think I've already missed the part where like they go to his home. She's like, you can't come to my place. He's like, I guess you got to come to my place, except I live in my parents' basement. And they end up having like this really weird, like erotic sex scene that I was like, again, this was not in the VH1 TV edit. I was like, there is a lot of touching. There is a lot of kissing. I don't know why you're slaying on the bed with your leg up like that. I don't know what's going on. Very, I was very uncomfortable for like 5 minutes. I was like, this is too long. This is too long. I'm supposed to be going to sleep right now.
Oh
this
my
made me very uncomfortable. And so she's like, don't talk to me or whatever. And so she comes to the bar, at the club when he's performing, and in like retaliation, he sings this song called Darling Nikki, which is, I love Darling Nikki. I didn't know what it was about when I was younger until I was a little bit older and I listened to the lyrics, but it's definitely like a sex song.
Oh.
And he's like basically calling her out, like, you were only using me for sex or whatever. And so she gets really upset and she like runs out of the bar, and he's like, oh man. Oh, I messed that up. And he's like, well, I'm always messing things up.
What did you think was going to happen?
He's got a lot of anger. He doesn't talk a lot. He just plays his music.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy. This is the 80s. He's a black guy in the 80s. I ain't got to go to therapy. Mexicans don't even want to go to therapy.
Maybe not.
People of color don't go to therapy. That's why we're all angry.
I mean, even the white people almost never went to therapy back then.
Yeah, they don't. And now they overcompensate and they all go to therapy.
Yeah.
But they he gets yelled at by like the nightclub owner. It's like, stop bringing your personal problem on the stage. He's like, whatever, man. And so then Apollonia is part of that group, Apollonia 6, and they have like this performance at like this other bar, club or whatever, and Prince watches them, and she's all like, I've got your earring on still, like, even though you hit me that one time, I guess we're still dating. And so he like, they like, I don't know, they get in, she's like is drunk with that Morris Day guy, and Prince like takes her away, and then they get into like this big fight about how she's in this group or whatever, and he doesn't want her to be. And then again, she like shoves him and he shoves her, and then she's like, go ahead, hit me, whatever, I don't even care. And he's like gonna hit her, but he stops, and then that's when she finally throws the earring at him. And he's like, we're not through, and he's all like, what have I done? I love this woman. I love all the hot kinky sex we have. And anyway, he comes home and his house is all messed up. He's like, what's going on? He doesn't know where his mom is. And, oh no, he does know. The mom is outside crying. She's all beat up. And then he goes inside and the dad is like in the basement playing like the piano or whatever. And Prince was all mad. I mean, he's still mad, but he was like, he never really hears his dad play music or whatever. And he's like, do you have any music? I like to play it or whatever. That's like, that's the difference between you and me. All my music's in my head or whatever. I don't even know what nonsense he was saying. And then the dad's all like, you got a girlfriend? He's like, yeah. He's like, don't ever get married or whatever. And so it's like, oh, okay. I don't know what's going on here. And then I think that happens earlier. And then later, Prince, I think it's that night.
Yeah.
Prince comes home, and again, the house is entire. He doesn't know where his mom is. That's when he doesn't know where she is. And the dad tries to kill himself. He like shoots himself in the head or whatever.
Oh my God.
But like the police all come, and Prince is all like freaking out or whatever. And Prince, not Prince, the kid, my bad. He gets the cassette that the girls were like, how can we never play that music or whatever? And it's basically a soft song. And I think it's implied that he plays this really loud raucous music because it covers up like the arguing and the fighting and like the beating that he can hear basically of his parents. And so like it's this slow like song, and he starts like composing a song for it. And they're all like, hey kid, this is your last. You need to prove that you can keep this spot at this nightclub, or we're gonna be placed by Apollonia 6 or whatever. So he like it's gonna go perform, and he's like, hey, this is the song that the girls in the band wrote or whatever, and it's Purple Rain, and he dedicates it to his dad or whatever. And you're like, oh, the dad's dead. Dad's not dead, spoilers. The dad, he's in the hospital, he's not dead. But everybody's like super into this song, except the song ends and Ken just like runs away because he's like, this sucks. But then everybody's like, yeah, this is amazing. So he goes back and he does like 2 encore performances, and he looks so good just doing his thing. And like you find out like the dad's not dead, and that he and Apollonia make up basically.
What about his mom?
And the mom is just always there, I guess, just always, even though the dad beats her and stuff, she's just always like by his side. It's not really about the mom. So that's basically the entire plot.
I see.
It's very small, very short.
I see.
But it's got some gravitas to it.
Yeah. It reminds me of like those, like The Outsiders or whatever, like that kind of movie, except it's music.
Yeah. And I mean, when you go, like, people that watch this movie, they're not going for the story, right? You know, they're going for
the music.
Prince. Going for the music. You're going to see him in his hot outfits, I swear. He's like, oh, his clothes are amazing. His hair, oh my God. He wears like these high heel boots. He goes up there like touching himself, like, ooh, doing all this cool dance moves. And you're just like, Prince, I love you! It's amazing. It's just, I highly recommend it because I think you would just love his outfits and like the energy he brings and just like the songs and all that stuff. I mean, Purple Rain is a really great album too. It's so good.
Okay.
But yeah. So what do you think?
I mean, his outfits already looked great in the trailer, like that all black one with the white scarf. I was like, oh my God, I want to wear that.
God. Yes, girl, why aren't you up in there? Prince is right up your alley. I'm telling you.
I mean, like once I started hearing his songs a little more, it was like, okay. And then whenever like I saw him, it was like, oh yeah, you know, he cute. I like his outfits. I just didn't fully dive into that. But the story is kind of like, but I guess I could see like where it's coming from. And again, it's supposed to be fiction. So like, okay, I guess I can see what's going on here. But I think, like you were saying, it's about like the music and just him running around on screen doing his thing. So I would want to watch it. I'd be curious to see like the movie and him. And also he was such like a big inspiration for so many musicians, both in like the past and currently, and like fashion and music and all that. And he's, like,
I mean, he really was like, he came in and he was like, who is this guy? And he was just like, he didn't care, I guess, about like labels and stuff like that. And he's such a perfectionist, and like his music and his work and all that stuff. Like, he's amazing. I think he's a genius. Yeah. He's a genius, and I'm in love with him.
So I would want to see that, just to like maybe like intentional. What's it called when you're first starting? I don't know. Like diving in to see like Prince and what he was about and all that by watching the movie. And seeing that. It sounds interesting. Like I would want to watch it. I don't know if I would watch it like today, right after the podcast finishes, but
what?
But it's definitely like, oh, okay, I want to watch it. I will definitely look it up after the podcast ends.
Yeah.
But yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I love this. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm. It's got some dark themes in it too.
Yeah, I mean, I know that he had like I think both of his parents were performers,
mm-hmm.
and his dad, I think, was also a songwriter. And then he had like a stepdad. I don't know if any of them were abusive or not. I'm assuming they were, mm-hmm. one of them at least. But like, they always say it's like loosely based on his life, so it's not completely based on his life. But he really did have like a rivalry between the time when he was rising up in Minneapolis, and things like that. And
so it's like a dramatization of kind of his life, except he's in it.
Except he's in it, yes.
It's
and like, there's no like.
It's like if Bohemian Rhapsody starred Freddie Mercury as Freddie Mercury.
As Freddie Mercury. But you're not really telling like a story, right? Because I think that is more story. Like Bohemian Rhapsody is more focused on the story than it is on the music.
Yeah, they were kind of. I guess.
And this would be more focused on the music than it is on the story.
Yeah, I think in intent it's more like those Beatles movies that are all about like the music. Like Across the Universe is not about the story, although I do think about that movie quite a lot ever since we watched it. But it's mostly about like the music.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like that, but the story is.
I thought you meant the Beatles movies, like you were talking about, like A Hard Day's Night or Help, which I was like, it would be more like that because you're not watching those movies for the plot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if the plot for Help is ridiculously complicated, right? Like you're not. It's like, why are you anyway?
You're watching it for the music.
You're watching it for the music, and you're watching it to see like the artists and stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely want to watch it for several reasons. One, I think I would enjoy it, but then there's also like artistic, cultural reasons that I would want to watch it. It sounds significant.
Yeah.
So.
Like, Purple Rain sounds significant. You know what wasn't significant? The Godfather. Don't care. Did not care about that at all.
Maybe if The Godfather had more gay icons on it, I would be more interested.
No, yeah, seriously. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh, his outfits. Just like him walking around in like these tight pants, but I don't even know what's going on at like the bottom part, and then he's wearing like these hot little heel boots, and you're like, oh my goodness. And then he's wearing like these beautiful coats and like these like jackets with all these ruffles, and you're just like shirts with all these ruff, and his hair is always just like
I know it's
perfect.
Like
he's got like the curl and it's poofed. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ooh, Monze.
The androgyny look looks so great on him. It's such a great look. Why aren't more people more androgynous?
I mean,
present company excluded.
Starting to come back. Yeah,
it's great.
Cool. So, just from your retelling and enthusiasm for it, I would rate.
You weren't this enthusiastic when I was talking to you about Casablanca. Okay?
I just woke up. Okay, I just woke up 40 minutes ago. I promise I'm excited. It's just my energy levels are not there yet.
No, I'm saying you were bringing this. I was also really enthusiastic about Casablanca, and I'm saying you didn't seem that interested.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's because Casablanca, I don't know. I don't know.
That's fine. No, that's fine. No, I get it. It's fine.
Yeah. You seem more excited about this movie than you did Casablanca TV.
I mean, I grew up with Friends. I grew up with this movie.
Yeah.
Even if it was the PG rated version. I didn't know there was a PG rated version. I thought it was just the version.
Yeah, no, I think I am going to preemptively rate the movie at least a 4 out of 5, but I'm sure I will give it a 5 out of 5 after I watch it.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's a movie you can definitely watch, like, while doing other things.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Just because, I mean, if you're not really into, like, the whole story bit, like, just to watch all the people, like, doing their dances and doing their songs, and, like, they're all, like, bringing their A game. Like, it's, at least in those performances.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think Prince is a pretty decent actor.
uh-huh.
It's not, like, amazing. He's not
Yeah.
going to win an Oscar for it, but
He got the
because I
job
think
done.
like the Apollonia girl isn't that great of an actress, and you
Mm-hmm.
can kind of tell. But, like, I'm not there for Apollonia. I'm here for Prince.
Well, I mean, I love a jukebox musical, and I love a movie with singing, and I love movies with dancing. I have seen almost all the Step Ups. So
All of the Step Ups. I have seen none of the Step Ups because I have class.
Wow, rude. Anyways,
I don't hate myself.
I love a good dance number. Wow, I can't relate. And
Whoa!
I think
Someone needs to go to her therapy session.
Ooh, it's coming. It's on the docket.
It's on the docket.
On the
It's in my
docket.
planner. I've planned it.
Yeah, actually. But yeah, the movie has everything that I like, so I don't see why I wouldn't like it. But oh, also the garage in the trailer looks just like the garage from Michael Jackson's "Beat It" music video.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They're in a garage somewhere, and I'm like, this looks familiar. Is this from Michael Jackson?
That's all you cared about was weather.
That's not all I cared about. It's just something I noticed because the lighting was like the same and everything. But maybe garages just look like that. So
yeah, maybe garages. Have you ever been into a garage?
Yes.
Maybe.
But
oh, it was Lake Minnetonka. I was right. Boom. So, sorry, I was looking at the trivia.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, I said the Lake Minnetonka. I thought it was a different lake, but it was Lake Minnetonka.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I just tried to choose the most Minnesota sounding name. Trying to find the most Minnesota sounding name.
Minnesota.
Well, I'm from Minnesota. Oh boy, do I love eating donuts and drinking coffee and just living my best life. Best life. Ah, frick crack. You know what? I'm not from Minnesota. I'm from a different part of the Midwest.
We can tell.
I'm from a better part of the Midwest, okay?
Rock musical drama.
Is it snowing?
See, that's all.
Shoot, is it snowing like crazy outside?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said in Wikipedia it says rock musical drama film, and that's all you needed to say to get me to watch this.
Oh, sorry, I didn't look up the Wikipedia genre of the film. I'm over here like surprised by the fact that it's snowing pretty hard outside right now.
Oh yeah, I hear this a lot. It's snowing a lot. See, okay, the film won an Oscar for Best Original Song Score.
Of course it did.
And it was added to the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. One
of course it is. Are you surprised?
Films, and it also made a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Even though its budget was like not that much. They filmed it on location, it looks like.
Yeah, they did. They shot it all in Minneapolis. Where Prince is from. Prince heralded the Minneapolis sound when he became super famous. So you're welcome, Minneapolis. Like I did something. I did nothing for you. Sorry, Minnesota.
Cool. I want to see
looking at
the legacy. Here we go. He made another movie.
Legacy.
Graffiti Bridge.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It holds a 69% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nobody's going to Rotten Tomatoes for Prince.
No, but the rating number is pretty funny. Considering,
I thought it was higher. I thought it was like 80 something.
No, it's just
considering what?
Makes for undeniably uneven cinema, but it's held together by its star's singular charisma, not to mention a slew of classic songs. It sounds like people are like, but it's Prince.
Yeah, that's the only reason anybody goes to go see that movie.
That's fair. Okay, cool. Awesome. Great. I'm excited to watch this. You know what? I'm going to watch it in my new apartment. How about that?
Ooh,
when I'm in New York.
Ooh. New York.
Yeah.
Going to New York.
Going to New York.
Yeah, walking in. What else? How else do they sound like in New York? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing the voice earlier. Like, oh my god, I love your hair.
Oh my, no, that's my Minnesota. You need to learn how to you need to learn how to differentiate. Freaking frick.
Differential equations? Is that what
I need to do my differential equations, don't you know? It's so hard out here for us mathematicals professors. I'm a professor.
Are we in Scotland?
There's so many different sounds. Hello, how are you today? It's a spicy meatball in a Minnesota. Oh. That's my Italian Minnesota accent. Anyway, I think that's the episode.
Happening.
Yes. We're so good at this. So good at this.
I know. We're so good. So great. Cool.
Okay, so that's Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
And next episode is
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. I've never seen Jurassic Park.
I know. I honestly, I know why you haven't seen it, but it is still surprising.
I know. My coworkers are like, "You haven't seen Jurassic Park?" I have like some Jurassic Park memes on my phone. Memes on my phone.
Do tell.
And I'm just like, I don't. Why do I have this? I don't know. I've been making. My coworker sent me a text, and he was a Baby Yoda meme. He had made a Baby Yoda meme because I love Baby Yoda. And then I was like, "Did you make this himself?" He was like, "Yeah." So then I started making my own Baby Yoda memes, sending them to him. I was like, "This is not. You should have showed me this because I never really realized that I could. This was an option.
You had the power to make
I had that power. Now I have too much power.
I want to see your Baby Yoda memes. You should send them to me.
Okay, I'll see about sending them to you.
You'll see about sending them. That sounds like like a no.
I'll see about it.
That's like the parental. I don't know. We'll see.
Some of them, they're like work related, so they won't make sense. Like they're specific to our job.
That's even better. I want to know the work memes.
I want to know what the work memes are. Okay, I'll send it to you. Anyway, next time it's gonna be Jurassic Park, and this week was Purple Rain.
Yeah.
That is all for today.
Yes, for today. So,
and I love you.
Thanks again for listening. If you have seen Purple Rain, let us know below and your thoughts on it.
And if you have seen Purple Rain or will see Purple Rain, tell me about how much you love it.
Oh, I will.
Please.
Yes.
No, not you.
Okay, fine.
Everyone else.
And me. I'll go in the comments under a different account to be like, I just watched this movie, and then I'll write a 500
You'll spell your name.
Dissertation.
It'll be Corinne instead of Corinne.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for tuning in and listening. Monze, where can people find you in case they want more of your opinions?
If they want my opinion, I wish you had told me we were going to do this again because once again, I don't know any of my handles. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Magic Monster. That's Monster with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it. That's the only place you're going to find me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put anywhere else.
You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Corinne is Korean. You gotta spell my name right. It's 1 R and 2 N's, or you won't find me. So yeah, cool.
Or you can find both of us on Haven't Seen Pod on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or email us at youhaven'tseen
what?
At gmail.com.
I think that's the email.
Yeah, shoot us a message. Tell us about how much you like us. Don't tell us how much you hate us, because I don't care. That's all, I guess. Yes.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, thanks again for listening. We'll be back with another episode soon. And yeah, have a great day.
Have a great day. Have a great week. Enjoy some great movies. Have you any recs? Rec them to us.
Yes, please. If there's a movie you think we should talk about that maybe we haven't seen, drop a recommendation below. Cool. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.